Hey guys, in this video, we're going to go over name, address, phone number, website, and business descriptions, short and long. So let's jump right into it. So our NAPW, name, address, phone number, website. This is what we want exactly as close as possible across all the different websites, such as any citations, Web 2.0s, whatever we reference these things, we want it to be exactly the same. It's one of the most important pieces for building out citations because what it does is that it helps algorithms by being close in matching to correlate those addresses in order to get credit for them. So think of a bot or an algorithm. We want to make it as easy as possible for them to correlate what it is that you should get credit for as far as having listings built out on sites. You want to keep it exactly the same everywhere. We're going to use USPS site to validate the address, and that's what we're going to do in order to create it, because what happens is that on a lot of these map sites or even citation sites, they're using the USPS system to validate addresses. Then we're also going to talk, or we're going to talk now about what we want to be exactly the same. So we want not only it to be the same across all these listing sites and Web 2.0s, we want it exactly the same on our website. So if you come across a client who wants to use call tracking, you want to set up call tracking that usually allows for the ability to swap a number. So that way they're not using different phone numbers. So someone will say, oh, I want to use phone numbers specifically for organic. But they don't understand that organic drives traffic to your website, and it's not the listing or the profile that's going to get the call, but it's them coming as a referral to your website through organic or through one of these listings. And then using a call vendor like CallRail, what it does is it takes that number and sets that as a default number, but it swaps a different phone number over that when someone comes. What that does, it allows you to get within the CSS that specific phone number across the site, so it's able to so search is able to correlate that across all these different profiles. On the right of the slide, we have an example of what, let's say, came back from USPS as the address. Then we've got our phone number. We've got our website, which is actually not a WW, and then I'll update this one. Move it up a little bit. So on the right here, we've got an example of what, let's say, came back from the USPS as exact of what they want as the address. We got our phone number, how we want it set up. I always like the brackets, and then our website. If you look below, let's say that we filled out a listing and we input the address like this. This is not how we want it to come out. If you notice, we've got Fallbrook Avenue, Avenue spelled out versus abbreviated. There's a period after Suite, Suite spelled out. There's West Hills. This comma is okay. Don't worry about that. That part's fine. It's able to identify that. The phone number, if you notice, is different in that it's got periods between it instead of the space and hyphen. So we want all this to be exactly across everywhere that we can. And if you look, we've got the WW in the URL structure. We don't want that. We want it to be this every time. If we put this, what it does is that there's a redirect to this and it resolves to the root domain. Ideally, we want our site to have the WW, but we've already got it set up under the HTTP root. Now, the business description, we've got a short and a long description. The short description, 120 words or less. Think of it like Twitter. We want to get our primary keyword or words into the description. Our long description, a little bit longer, 300 words plus. We want our primary keyword as well as our LSI. LSI are latent semantic indexing. And these are keywords that are relative to the keywords that we're trying to target. So think of them almost as being synonymous with them. So an example, primary picture, or the primary target keyword would be picture. LSI keywords would be like image, pics, pic, right? And then we're going to use a tool called ntopic.org to grade this content. So I'm going to walk you through it, and we're going to try, we want to get ideally 99%. I've got some copy written. We're going to run through it real quick so you get the idea of how to do it on your own. So here's the USPS site that we're going to validate the address. It doesn't matter if we put the company name in there. I'm not going to do it for the example because we're looking just to verify the address. So we're going to run our address, and this is what it comes back. This is what it says we should be at. So what we'll do is we'll take that, we're going to copy it, and we're going to put that into our SEO workbook. Now we're going to add it. I'm just going to paste it here for now. And it's okay to do proper text where you've got the lowercase with the uppercase first letter. That's fine. But we're going to want it to be exact, and then we put the full, the address, city, state, zip, and then what we do from here is that we essentially just copy and paste this on every site that we go to. Make sure to save. Now when we come back, we're going to look at our dashboard, and we're going to go, we're going to go to the site. We're going to look at the Contact Us page. And so see here in our footer, we're going to want to update that to make sure it's exact. Phone is fine. And then we're going to say, okay, here's our address, here's our phone number. They match exactly what we've got. And that's how we want it on site, and that's how we want it everywhere else. Now let's go to ntopic.org. Going to log in. Now that we're logged in, we're going to punch in our keyword, orthodontist, right? We got to spell it right. And then we're going to come back. Now, one way to find relevant keywords is to search in the area, get an idea of who's ranking. So we see, Schachter. Let's take a look at Schachter, see how he's ranking. And essentially what we'll do is we'll pull together, we'll take this, we'll copy that, we'll copy this, and we'll paste it in a document, and then we'll just rewrite it. And we want to get as much content as we can of 300 or more words, so that way we can have our long description. I've already gone ahead and I've started writing out content, so I'm just going to grab it. Our short description: West Hills best orthodontist for adults and kids, right? We got West Hills, we got orthodontist, we got best, we got adults and kids. A lot of people are searching for adult orthodontist, kids orthodontist. Now here's our long description, so we're going to take that and we're going to pop that into NTopic. We're going to run it. All right, and it comes back 93.29. So we want to get this up a little bit. And so example, let's say that even though we don't want salary, but just for giving you an idea, is that we put salary, see, and then we got it green. So we'd want to do that with more of these keywords and get it up to 99%. I'm okay with 98% a lot of times, but 99%. And then that's what we'll use to paste out. So hopefully this video was very helpful. You guys got a better understanding how to create a description, short and long, and how to get your name, address, phone number, and website done correctly, so we can launch into these other topics and really have a big impact for correlating that to the site and getting the value out of it. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.